Okay, hello again, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Dragon Trail's monthly webinar series. Today, we're going to focus exclusively on Chinese tourism to just one region of the world, the Middle East and North Africa. This is an incredibly exciting and dynamic region for the development of Chinese tourism right now, which is why we decided to spend the last half year or so putting together a white paper on the topic, which we are launching today. I'm going to start today's webinar with a look at first why we've chosen to focus a whole webinar session and a white paper on the Middle East and North Africa with some growth statistics and information about the region. Then I'll give you a little sneak peek at the white paper with data from our Chinese consumer and travel trade surveys. Then we're going to open up the discussion and hear from some experts on destination marketing in the MENA region with short presentations and a panel discussion together with two guest speakers. Serdar Sanai, Director of Destination Promotion and Digital Marketing at the Ras Al Khaimah Tourism Development Authority, which is one of the Emirates with the most active outreach to the Chinese market. And joining us from the Tunisian National Tourism Office in China, PR Manager Amandine Wu will speak about Tunisia's strong growth and most effective marketing activities. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sienna Perulis-Cook, Director of Marketing and Communications at Dragon Trail International. Just to introduce Dragon Trail for anyone who might be attending the webinar for the first time today, we are a marketing solutions company specialized in tourism marketing. We're headquartered in Beijing. And since 2009, we've worked with brands and businesses all around the world to help them reach Chinese consumers and the Chinese travel trade through both digital and offline marketing, market representation, and research and strategy consulting. We work with clients on every continent, and this, of course, includes the Middle East and North Africa region. We represent Oman's Ministry of Heritage and Tourism in China. We offer destination training to Chinese travel agents for Ras Al Khaimah and Al Ula in Saudi Arabia, and we're organizing the Egyptian Tourism Authority's 2026 China Roadshow, just to give you a few examples. If you'd like to find out more about our services and our work in and beyond the MENA region, please get in touch with us directly or visit our website at www.dragontrail.com. Our research arm, Dragon Trail Research, produces reports and studies both on a bespoke basis for our clients and as regular publications that you can find on our website under the Sentiment Reports tab. Every year, we publish 2 Chinese consumer surveys and 2 Chinese travel trade surveys. And I'm going to share data today that comes from these surveys, but has not previously been published anywhere else. So let's get started with a deep dive on this very exciting destination for Chinese outbound tourism. Currently, some countries and global regions are still quite far behind pre-pandemic volumes of Chinese tourist arrivals, while other areas of the world have seen really strong recovery and growth. And the Middle East and North Africa is definitely in the latter of these two groups. During Chinese New Year last January, Saudi Arabia was the second fastest growing country in the world for flight bookings on Qunar, which is one of China's largest OTAs. At the same time, leading Chinese car rental platform Zuzuche reported a 200% year-on-year increase in car rentals in Saudi Arabia. During the 2025 May Labor Day holiday, 4 out of OTA Tunio's top 10 long-haul destinations were in the Middle East and North Africa, with the UAE and Turkey in first and second place, and Egypt and Morocco in 9th and 10th, respectively. Meanwhile, Qunar reported 700% year-on-year growth in bookings for Qatar, making it the fastest growing outbound destination in the world. Most recently, during October's Golden Week, the Trip.com group reported a 229% year-on-year increase in bookings for Abu Dhabi and an even bigger 441% increase for Doha. Egypt was Qunar's leading destination for growth, while OTA Tongcheng's top 5 fastest growing overseas destinations for hotel bookings included Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and the UAE. So as you can see, there is really strong growth all throughout the region, from Morocco all the way to the Persian Gulf. What is fueling this growth? It's a combination of a lot of positive factors. First, and I think this is really important, is a very welcoming visa policy towards Chinese tourists. One marketer in Abu Dhabi that I spoke to recently at WTM London highlighted the appeal of being able to visit the Louvre and many other cultural icons without needing a visa. The UAE and Morocco were the first countries in the region to waive visas for Chinese tourists back in 2016, with Tunisia following in 2017, Qatar in 2018, Iran in 2019, and Oman in 2023. Most of the other countries in the region also offer e-visas or visas on arrivals for Chinese tourists. So in this way, travel is really easy. Flight connectivity is also great for many countries in the region. There are more than 115 direct flights from China to the UAE every week and around 50 to Qatar. There are also lots of new flight routes launching lately from Morocco to Turkey to Oman, so it's making it easier and easier to get to countries in this part of the world. Strong political and business relations are definitely providing a fertile and friendly environment for tourism to grow. And I think it's important to recognize how investment and the development of business travel has often paved the way for leisure travel to follow. Finally, the Middle East and North Africa offer many things that Chinese travelers are looking for from their outbound trips. Exotic landscapes, rich cultural experiences, luxury, and new destinations to add to their global travel portfolios. I wanted to highlight a few recent events this year. The first is Saudi Arabia being granted approved destination status in China in July 2024, meaning that Chinese tour groups can visit Saudi Arabia and Saudi Arabia can promote group tourism in China. Saudi Arabia only opened to international tourism in 2019, and China was immediately a top market and a top focus. To see how China values the relationship and people-to-people exchanges with the region, this summer, the Chinese government introduced a visa-free policy for citizens of all 6 GCC countries to visit China without a visa. New flights include Shenzhen and Hangzhou to Dubai on Emirates Airline, which launched this summer. And the first China to Oman direct flights launched this Sunday, connecting Beijing and Muscat twice a week. Turkey is also significantly expanding the number of flights to China, as is Morocco. There have also been some cultural events in China recently that are raising consumer interest in the MENA region, including major exhibitions on ancient Egypt in Shanghai and Hong Kong over the past year and a half, organized together with Egypt's Supreme Council on Antiquities. Popular Chinese travel TV shows, including Divas Hit the Road and Jay Chou's J-Style Travel, have also included episodes in the Middle East and North Africa recently, most notably in Saudi Arabia. So with all this going on, we decided to write a white paper on Chinese tourism to the Middle East and North Africa. It is a 64-page report. It comes out today, and it's available to download free from the Dragon Trail website. I will send out the link to do so to all attendees after the webinar too. This report includes in-depth destination profiles for 12 countries. It's the only place that you can find accurate, fact-checked arrivals data for Chinese tourism to the region, alongside information on flight connectivity, the top attractions, destinations, and activities for Chinese tourists to each country, and marketing activities, including Chinese social media. There is also exclusive we also conducted in-depth interviews with industry experts in the MENA region, as well as with Chinese travel agents who specialize in the Middle East and North Africa, and Chinese consumers with extensive experience traveling there. Then we also have exclusive consumer and trade survey data and insights, and a section on cultural differences and practical tips for anyone involved in bringing Chinese tourists to the region and successfully hosting them there. So now let's take a sneak peek inside the white paper with a look at our Chinese consumer and travel trade surveys. Last spring, in our survey of more than 1,000 Chinese travelers, we asked about interest in visiting different areas of the world. Any respondent who said they were interested in visiting the Middle East, we then asked them to write in where specifically they wanted to visit. Three things stand out about their answers. First, the list is really diverse, including cities, countries, and attractions throughout the Middle East, as well as North Africa. Second, we can clearly see the established appeal of the United Arab Emirates, particularly Dubai. 42.2% of respondents named destinations within the UAE, sometimes choosing very particular landmarks such as iconic buildings in Dubai. Third, the results demonstrate Saudi Arabia's success in attracting Chinese traveler interest and raising awareness of this very new destination. Nearly 30% of respondents said that they wanted to go to Saudi Arabia, including Riyadh, Al Ula, and Mecca. What is it about the MENA region that most captures Chinese travelers' imaginations? Among survey respondents with interest in traveling to the region, natural scenery stands out, chosen by more than half. Historical heritage and cultural experiences were also top choices, followed by dining and cities. We also asked survey respondents who indicated that they were not interested in traveling to the Middle East about the barriers to do so. Safety is always top of mind for Chinese travelers, and it stands out as the biggest factor, chosen by more than 71% of respondents. While travelers cited a wide variety of factors dissuading them from visiting the region, when we asked them to limit their responses to just three choices, no other obstacle even comes close. 65.7% chose safety concerns as a top concern, followed by travel expense at 18.4% and language barriers at 17.6%. In our September 2025 destination safety rankings, Chinese travelers ranked Saudi Arabia and the UAE below European destinations, but ahead of destinations in the Americas, Central Asia, and Southeast Asia. Egypt ranked slightly lower, with 37% of respondents saying that they didn't think it was safe to travel to. Now, moving on to our trade survey, 1/5 of Chinese travel agents in our June 2025 survey of Chinese outbound travel trade professionals were currently selling travel products to the Middle East and North Africa. So we asked this group more in-depth questions about sales, marketing, and potential for the region. Turkey, the UAE, and Saudi Arabia were the top three destinations sold by our respondents, with 64%, 55%, and 53% selling travel to these countries, respectively. In terms of sales potential, Saudi Arabia really stood out with 44% choosing it. The countries with the next most potential, as identified by the travel agents, were Turkey and the UAE, both with chosen by 31%. Then in North Africa, Egypt and Morocco were each sold by 38% of respondents and seen by 20% as having the strongest sales potential. When it comes to information desired by Chinese travel agents to help them better understand and promote travel to the Middle East and North Africa, culture and nature stand out. 53% wanted information on cultural and historical attractions, while 51% were interested in outdoor activities. So this is kind of mirrors the responses that we got in the consumer survey, with Chinese consumers saying they were most interested in nature, culture, and history. Also mirroring the consumer survey in some way is that destination safety is a key topic for the region among travel agents as well. 47% said they wanted more information about it, compared to just 32% of travel agents who said they wanted destination safety information for Europe when we asked the same question about Europe. Something that stands out to me about the Chinese tourism market to the Middle East and North Africa, and particularly to the UAE, is its diversity. It's popular with older group tourists, with young FITs, with families, with luxury travelers, with business travelers. And this diversity is also reflected in answers from travel agents about the market profile of Chinese travelers visiting MENA in 2025. The age range is very broad, with nearly equal proportions choosing the younger post-90s and 2000s generation and the more middle-aged post-70s and 80s generation. Travel agents said that men were more likely than women to want to visit the Middle East and North Africa, but actually 40% said that there was no gender difference. Then in terms of traveler types, or traveler companions, friend groups stood out for the companion type, but we see good representation for business travelers, family travelers, and couples as well. A significant majority of 78% of travel agents said that MENA was most popular among mid-range travelers, with 16% choosing luxury travel and just 6% choosing budget travel. And then for travel type, there was a nearly even split among traditional group travel, FIT, and customized and private groups. So that wraps up the first part of the webinar, and we are now turning to the experts in tourism and marketing to the region. Welcome, Sardar and Amandine. We'll begin with short presentations from each of our speakers about their destination and China market outreach. And why don't we start with Amandine?
Sorry. Hi, Sienna. Hello, everyone. I'm Amandine, the PR manager to the Tunisian National Tourism Office in China. So I'm very happy to join you today and give you a short introduction about Tunisia and our work in the Chinese market. So I think probably I should share the screen so everyone can see the more beautiful videos. I think this one. Yeah, and does it work? It's okay. You can see the screen.
Yes. All
Yes,
good.
okay. Yeah, all good. Okay. So I will broadcast the screen and then I give you a brief introduction about Tunisia. Okay. So, for those who don't know Tunisia well yet, it's a small but incredibly rich country on the Mediterranean, right between Europe and Africa. We like to say Tunisia is a big world in a small country, because you can experience so much in just a few days. There are beautiful coastlines, ancient Roman sites like Carthage, Elgin, Duga, and of course the Sahara Desert, which is really one of our strongest attractions. And the Chinese travelers usually tell us that Tunisia surprises us because it's safe, easy to travel around, and full of culture and warm hospitality. And it is a great introduction to the Mediterranean lifestyle. In China, our office has been very active in promoting Tunisia over the past years. We work closely with major travel agencies and OTA. We organize media trips and also collaborated with the celebrities and KOLs to make Tunisia more visible to Chinese audience. These collaborations have really helped to show a young and dynamic image of the country. In addition, we regularly organize roadshows across key Chinese cities, as well as live streaming promotion events in partnership with online travel platforms. And our participation in tourism fairs and the organization of professional workshops have also strengthened Tunisia's presence in the market and enhanced the cooperation with industry partners. We also see that Chinese travelers, especially the younger generation, are increasingly looking for new, authentic destinations, and Tunisia fits perfectly with this trend. It is a place where you can relax, explore history, enjoy great food, and also have unique experiences like the desert, the Star Wars filming sites, and the local markets. All of this you can do in one trip. So looking ahead, we are also hoping to move toward the direct flight connections between Tunisia and China, which would make travel even easier and open more opportunities for tourism, culture, and business. So that's yeah, right. Just a brief introduction about Tunisia. Thanks again to especially to Dragon Trail for inviting us today. So I look forward to our discussion and to sharing more about Tunisia's potential in the Chinese market later. Thanks a lot, Sienna.
Oh, thank you, Amandine. That's great.
Thank
Actually,
you.
in our white paper, with the interviews we did with Chinese tourists, both of them had visited Tunisia, and it's exactly what you said. They both expressed kind of surprise at how much they liked the country and how rich the travel experience was. Um, so great. Now moving on to the UAE and Ras Al Khaimah. Serdar, would you like to share about your destination?
Thank you, Sienna, and hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Serdar Şenay. I'm Director of Marketing, responsible for digital marketing and destination promotion in Ras Al Khaimah Tourism Development Authority. So let me quickly share my screen, and I want to take you through what Ras Al Khaimah stands for. So for those who may not know Ras Al Khaimah very well, we are one of the 7 emirates in the UAE, and we are the northernmost emirate of the UAE. And we are known for our nature with mountains, beaches, as well as adventure and authentic Arabian heritage. So we are blessed here in Ras Al Khaimah with diverse natural landscapes such as Hajar Mountains to the west deserts and 68 kilometers of long white beaches. Ras Al Khaimah offers a different side of the UAE, an authentic cultural experience, especially which Chinese travelers value a lot, and they are yet to discover. So the essence of Ras Al Khaimah is very successfully and elegantly encapsulated in our logo, which I want to show. So our logo represents the main landscapes of the destination. So mountain, desert, and the sea is our 3 primary landscapes. I want to show a short video about Ras Al Khaimah where you will have an idea of the destination offering. So some key facts about Ras Al Khaimah. Ras Al Khaimah is the fourth largest emirate in the United Arab Emirates with a population of 450,000 people. From a tourism perspective, we have more than 8,600 hotel room keys at the moment, which we are expecting to double by 16,000 in total in the coming few years. Likewise, our tourism target for the number of visitor arrivals is 3.5 million by the end of 2030, which means tripling the 2024 numbers. I just want to give a quick update on our year-to-date performance and what are the key improvements in the destination. So our key source markets, including China, Russia, India, and UK, have seen so far the highest ever arrivals this year. So we are having 6% growth year on year with 1.1 million visitor arrivals so far. Ras Al Khaimah hospitality pipeline is growing so fast. We have new hotels announced from different brands, Four Seasons, Fairmont, and Taj, some of them to highlight. And 81% of our upcoming hotel portfolio is 5-star and luxury. So this is also one of the key areas that we are focusing in the coming years ahead. We value our partnerships a lot. China is a very unique market, and that's why we are always in favor of partnering with key brands of the Chinese companies. So our key partner on the OTA side is Trip.com. We have been working very successfully with them for the past few years. We initiated a new partnership with Tongcheng this year. And likewise, in the past few years, Huawei is one of our key partners, especially on marketing and advertising technologies area. And just a brief introduction about the growth potential. So we have a clear vision for growth, and Ras Al Khaimah growth is a full-fledged expectation from the Ras Al Khaimah government on from real estate to tourism and in all areas of the business setup. So here is the short brief introduction, Sienna. I want to maybe leave it here and we can continue with the questions later.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Actually, while I have you here and your presentation up on the screen, I wanted to ask my first question, which is about the recent Super Golden Week in October. And if you could tell us anything about the results of that and Chinese tourism, either in terms of arrivals numbers or any other kind of trends that emerged during that holiday period.
Sure, of course. I want to take one step back and start with our campaigns and communication strategy, just to give you the context. So let me just move to my next slide. So with our key activations, our strategy is mainly focused on building experiences and campaigns specifically tailored for the Chinese audience. As a result, we have seen notable growth in the Chinese visitors, and today China is within our top 10 key source markets. We are heavily investing in awareness, digital visibility, and also trade partnerships with key players in the industry. And over the past few years, we have set up our digital presence in most of the Chinese social media channels, and we are continuing our communication initiatives. So one of the first key initiatives was a content partnership with Huawei, where we partner with Huawei teams, including Ras Al Khaimah content on the platform. And this was captured with big interest from the Chinese audience, especially here a key insight was the culture and the nature related content was downloaded. So we had a good start with the content partnership here. And then we started focusing on our communication campaigns. This year was really a heavy year from a communication perspective on our end for the Chinese dedicated campaigns. So we started with a Chinese New Year campaign, where we reached more than 10 million Chinese travelers audience with a very impressive 4.2 average click rate. This was very impressive for us because in our other key source markets, especially in the European markets, this is a very high number, high click-through rate. So the Chinese audience really is interested in our content, and we were happy to see these results. Then we continued for our Labor Day campaign during April and May. We reached out to 53 million Chinese travelers, and again with an impressive 2% click rate. And to your question, Sienna, our National Day campaign, the Golden Week campaign, which ran during August-September months, generated significant performance. I'll just move to my next slide to give some of the key highlights about this campaign. So we have seen in the month of September and leading the way to October, 14% growth and 50% growth in the value. So the campaign attracted a more affluent segment, which is in line with our targeting and our upcoming portfolio. We optimize our markets, so we combine the very effective channel mix with some sales tactics. Trip.com was a key partner here for this campaign. So we provided hotel vouchers to our key audience. And what we see ultimately is higher value bookings. So this shows that we address the right target audience and we gave them the relevant offer. Another key highlight was about the UAE residents, Chinese expats living in UAE. They also showed great interest, and it helps improve our domestic visitor numbers. And it was good to see that they also get to know more about Ras Al Khaimah as a destination. And when we look at our product portfolio, we had a very healthy mix across our from luxury hotels to 5-star and some of the 4-star budget hotels. This again shows that we reached out the right audience and with the right product mix, so to catering different needs here. These are all key points I wanted to mention, Sienna.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think that's a great point about the Chinese expat community. I think especially in the UAE, it is such a large and strong community, and it's what I hear from many marketers throughout the region that you definitely need to remember them, and then also realize that they'll be very influential on their friends and family who come to visit, or if they post on Chinese social media, then they might influence people who are coming from China as well. So the value of that expat community is can't be understated. Great. Well, Amandine, moving to you, could you tell us about how the Super Golden Week went for Chinese tourism to Tunisia?
Yeah, of course. In fact, yeah, for the Golden Week, based on the latest data up to October 2025, the Chinese market is showing very positive momentum for Tunisia. Between January and October, we received 22,146 Chinese visitors, which represents 17.5% increase compared with the same period last year, and which even exceeding 2019 levels. So this growth reflects a steady recovery of long-haul travel from from China, as well as the impact of our strengthened promotional efforts in the Chinese market through digital campaigns or media collaborations and partnerships with our operators, as well as our public and private Tunisian partners. So we're also seeing a rising interest in Tunisia's diversified experiences, from Mediterranean leisure to Sahara discovery and cultural heritage. This year, in fact, Tunisia has welcomed more than 10 million visitors as of 20 November, and we are targeting 11 million by the end of the year. But you know, the population in Tunisia is only, well, I would say 12 million population in Tunisia. So the number is quite, you can see the number, the rational number of the tourists. And last year, in fact, 10 million tourists visited Tunisia, highlighting a continued upward trend in our tourism performance. So overall, the outlook remains very positive, and we expect this momentum to continue in the coming months. Thank you, Sienna.
Thank you. Amandine, I'm going to stay with you and ask you a follow-up question. I know one of the quite interesting marketing activities that Tunisia has done is working with celebrities and TV shows to publicize travel in Tunisia to a Chinese audience, like the group Rocket Girls 101, and more recently the Hong Kong model Karina Ng. So how do you measure the impact of partnerships like those?
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, I will just broadcast the video of oh sorry just I will broadcast this one so you can have idea when I introduce this collaboration with KOLs or celebrities. Sorry, I think I should put this one. Moment, please. Okay, it doesn't matter. I will continue. Indeed, we've worked with several celebrities and TV shows, including including Rocket Girls 101 and Karina Ng that you just mentioned. And these collaborations really help us bring Tunisia closer to Chinese audience. To measure the impact, we mainly looked at how people react online, including the number of the views, comments, shares, and how much traffic they bring to our official accounts or partner platforms. We also monitor search trends for Tunisia on Weibo, Douyin, Xiaohongshu, right after the campaign because they usually spike. So on the industry side, we see whether operators receive more inquiries or start developing new Tunisia products. And of course, we look at media exposure and the general feedback to understand if the campaign has improved Tunisia's image among Chinese travelers. All of this give us a pretty clear picture of the real impact. Yeah, thank you, Sienna.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So let's see what's next. So, Serdar, moving back to you. I know that Ras Al Khaimah has recently opened accounts on all of the big Chinese social media platforms. So far, what kinds of topics and posts have performed the best, and which platform, if any, do you think gets the best engagement?
So, Sienna, thank you for your question. I want to first start with our WeChat mini program, which is also an important initiative for us. So this year, from July to August, we participated in the Tencent Developers Channel Challenge with their Middle East stop. And we participated in the final evaluation in Shenzhen in September to select the applicants and the best proposal for the WeChat mini program. Through this project, we were able to enhance accessibility, improve our brand visibility, and provide our Chinese visitors with a smooth and locally familiar digital experience. So this is a very significant strategic move for our end and for our long-term growth to ensure deeper engagement and stronger presence in the market. We also, I want to highlight our OTT program, which we designed together with Dragon Trail team for online training of our trade partners and their agents. So far, we have reached more than 68,000 trade partners in China, which is also a very important digital initiative for this year. And then coming to our social media presence, we have, of course, our official Chinese website, visit raselkhaimah.com.cn. And then we have 5 social media channels on Red, WeChat official account, WeChat video channel, Douyin, and Red Note. I will not stick too much on the numbers, but what I want to highlight here is that we are establishing a strong presence in these major platforms, and each platform serves for a distinct purpose, allowing us to communicate in a way that feels authentic, natural, and relevant, culturally aligned with the Chinese market. So for WeChat, especially, we are trying to use WeChat as a platform to build authority with our articles and videos. We have destination guides and also a mini program that offers easy access to our hotels, attractions, and travel information. So Red, we know that it's the key platform for travel inspiration, especially influencing the young travelers' decision through real experiences. We are also trying to create both aesthetic and both natural user-generated content that shows the real experience in the destination. And we are using this platform in line with our KOL strategy, where we invite key lifestyle and travel KOLs in our destination. Likewise, in Douyin, it is definitely delivering mass exposure to us and emotional impact through the content that we deliver to the mainstream Chinese audience. So for Douyin, we focus on creating cinematic storytelling, and we also use high traffic creators to showcase Ras Al Khaimah's landscape and signature activities. And for Weibo, definitely delivers real-time buzz and allows destinations to join to the current national conversations, trends, and the cultural moments. This is also very important for us. And in terms of our strategy, we use the platform to build brand visibility through hashtags, our campaigns, seasonal, occasional campaigns, trending topics, and for public engagement. A few of the examples that worked well, and we are always trying to learn from what works well, what works better, and improve leverage on that. So a few insights so far. Douyin gave us the strongest engagement on short form videos, especially anything that features Jebel Jais, our mountain range, beaches, and sunrise and sunset content. Shanshu performs incredibly well for travel inspiration and lifestyle content. So we generally post about hidden gems and food experiences, especially the local Arabian Emirati culture, and the cuisine is giving us strong saves and shares. For WeChat channel and WeChat official account, we are trying to provide practical information for our users. So itineraries, news from our hotels, and important travel tips for planning. And across all of these platforms, we see that the content that best performs is nature-led, peaceful tone of voice, and cinematic, authentic footages and experiences. We use aerial views, hiking footages, mountain drives, and we showcase our unique results. And it's really interesting also to see the same findings, Sienna, from the recent white paper that nature, adventure, and culture heritage are the most important things, which we can see also on our initiatives.
Oh, thank you. I think that's like some incredible insights into the differences between the among the platforms and the strengths of each one and kind of how they're different and how you can use all of them, you know, that one does not replace the other. They're all strong in different ways. Great. So I guess the next question I have for you is maybe related to this too. As we've seen, the whole MENA region and especially the UAE attracts a very diverse range of Chinese travelers. So which market segments from China have shown the most interest in Ras Al Khaimah so far? And how do you choose the type of travelers that you target? And this would include things like age or group travelers versus FIT and other segments.
Sure. So when we look at our targeting and the interest also coming from the audiences that we target, we see that it is coming from a diverse range of Chinese travelers. The most important segment to address, and especially on digital, is the young FIT travelers. So young professionals in their 20s, 30s, and they are highly digital, they are so curious, they are tech savvy, and they are very much open to new cultural experiences and authentic experiences. Likewise, families is one of the key target audiences for Ras Al Khaimah in general. This is across all markets, by the way. We see the same trends from the China market, and especially multi-generational families looking for safe and nature activity-driven experiences are showing interest in our content. And Ras Al Khaimah is very well known for its adventure proposition. As I mentioned, we have the UAE's only mountain range, Hajar Mountains, and we have adventure-driven experiences. One of them is Jebel Jais flight, which is our zip line, and it is the world's longest zip line. So likewise, we see that adventure seekers, hikers, outdoor travelers, and who are looking for unique nature and adventure-driven content is showing interest. And lastly, I mentioned also in the social media post that resonates much, we have some sunset content, sunrise content that are preferred a lot. So couples and honeymooners, especially for our luxury and romantic beach resorts, are our key target audiences. Aside from that, in terms of the strategy, we always link it with our strengths. So nature, adventure, wellness, authentic cultural experiences are where Ras Al Khaimah is offering a strong proposition. But we also focus on segments that actively research and book online, especially with our campaigns, with our paid advertising campaigns. We always try to focus mostly on the intenders of Middle East and intenders of UAE. And with the rise of short form video and KOL driven travel inspiration, we are also shaping our content based on what these segments want to see and experience. Thank you,
Okay,
Sienna.
thank you very much. So I've just got one more question for both of you, and we'll start with Amandine. I was wondering if you can tell us something that you're most excited about in the coming year in relation to your marketing activities in China or any other developments that might impact the Chinese tourism market to Tunisia.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Sienna. So one of the developments I can say I'm most excited about in the coming year is the growing momentum toward establishing a direct air connection between China and Tunisia. So this would be a major breakthrough for our market as it would significantly reduce travel time and make Tunisia far more accessible to Chinese travelers. So, and in the same time, we are preparing a new wave of digital marketing campaign and partnerships with the Chinese OTAs and content creators designed to highlight Tunisia's Mediterranean lifestyle, cultural depth, and film-inspired landscapes. Apart from this, we also plan to increase the number of KOLs involving in promoting Tunisia, encouraging them to share more content and further boost our visibility. Also, we will also launch national advertising campaigns, including large-scale outdoor displays on digital screens. To reinforce Tunisia's presence among Chinese audience. So altogether, these steps will not only strengthen Tunisia's visibility in Chinese market, but also create a more seamless and inspiring travel experience for further visitors. Yeah.
Oh, great. That's quite a lot going on
Yeah,
next
thank
year.
you.
So you should get a good response from that. Serdar, what about you? What are you most excited about in the coming year?
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you, Sienna. Thank you.
So we are also very excited about Chinese markets, about China, and what the future holds for Ras Al Khaimah regarding the Chinese market, Sienna. We will definitely continue enhancing our partnerships with our key partners, with the leading players in their industry, especially with OTAs, as I mentioned, Trip.com and Tongcheng. We will deepen our relations and we will see more ways of collaborating together. And this is especially related to giving the best messaging with the best creative that resonates well with the audience. So content creation will be one of the key focus areas for the Chinese audience. We are always making sure that we localize our content in the best direction, because in a year in general, we serve ads in many different markets on B2B and B2C end. And each market requires its own unique nuances. So China is one of the most important ones in that sense. With content creation, of course, the next important area for us is better targeting. So being more laser focused, reaching the right audience. As an emerging destination, we really need to access to the audience that has high propensity to come to the region and that is suitable with the strategies. As I mentioned, our portfolio is growing towards the luxury segment. So we are not a mass destination. We are selecting our target audiences and also campaigns accordingly in that sense. And of course, when we ensure that we increase our numbers and we have the visitors in the destination, we want to make sure we provide them the best visitor experience. This is also very, very important. That's why the WeChat mini program was a very important initiative for us. We are going to continuously develop these initiatives, these tools, to make sure that Chinese visitors feel home in Ras Al Khaimah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much to both of the panelists today. It's really great to see destinations being so active in their outreach and really aware of the Chinese market and just doing great things to attract this important market. So before we finish up, I wanted to tell you about something that's coming next. So as I mentioned, the first edition of Dragon Trail's white paper on Chinese tourism to the Middle East and North Africa is out today. It's available to read and download free from the Dragon Trail website already, and I will be sending out a link to that to all attendees after the webinar. We will also be sending out a copy of all of today's presentation slides, so you'll get those as well as a link to a recording of the webinar if you want to review that or share it with any colleagues who missed the live presentation. That will be available later today on the Dragon Trail website. I'm also very excited to announce that we will be releasing a second updated edition of the white paper at Arabian Travel Market in Dubai next May, and Dragon Trail is the official research partner for this important trade event. So please do get in touch with us to learn more, or if you have information or insights that you'd like to contribute to that second edition, and also let us know if you'll be at ATM so we can make sure to invite you to our session there and arrange a time to meet in person. You can email us directly or sign up for our monthly newsletter or follow us on social media for updates and webinar invitations throughout the year. So thank you again so much to our great guest speakers, Sardar and Amandine. It was really wonderful to have you with us today for the launch of the white paper and for your contributions to the white paper as well. And look forward to hopefully seeing you in Dubai in May.
Okay, thank you, Sienna. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Sienna. See you in Dubai.
See you there.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.